Have you got unsightly paint chips? Is there an easy way to fix those? Well, my buddy complained that his F-150, which is a 2023 model with about 50,000 miles on it now, has got rock chips kind of all over the front, as well as one larger chip on the side from something he dropped on the vehicle. And just so happened that the folks at Dr. ColorChip had reached out to me right around the same time and asked if I'd be interested in checking out one of their kits to see if it was a product I'd make a video about. Now, I'm not sponsored at all. They didn't give me any money. They just sent me the free kit to check out. Now, a lot of you out there are probably familiar with paint pens, those little things you shake up. They've got the little abrasive ends sometimes, maybe a little brush or a little push dispenser. And Dr. ColorChip promises that they have a quick, easy, professional quality solution that is an alternative to all of that. Now, I've used traditional touch-up kits and paint pens many times in the past, but this is something that seems a little bit different, and I'm very curious to see if it's a better way of doing things to make things just a little bit more challenging. I'm not going to use any YouTube reviews, any videos that they might have made to get an understanding of how this product works. I'm going to approach it as a non-enthusiast. I'm going to be reading the text instructions just like a user might and following along with that. Here we've got the Dr. ColorChip system. Everything's been unboxed, and this is my buddy's F-150 in Star White Metallic. You can see the paint code up here, AZ, and we've got some road chips that have caused paint damage. And we're gonna try the initial method that they describe in the instructions, which is applying the product sort of around and then using the squeegee to fill the gaps, and then using the blending solution after a few minutes to remove things. Before we do that, we're gonna take this isopropyl alcohol and we're just gonna make sure there's no wax or other buildup on here. We're gonna shake up the paint. And so I am just following the directions on their website, and basically I can use this little brush here and start spreading the paint, and it says to do it around the area, not actually in it, and that we're going to be using that squeegee to actually go inside. And what the product tells us is to use this solution on the blending cloth, and it will remove the excess paint. So let's work in here. Oh, and I do see that kind of removing it. Oh, it does actually really fill in the gaps. That's some really good effect there. And I think what I'm gonna have to do is go over the areas where it didn't fill very well and just try again. So like over here, we clearly missed. So all we gotta do is just clean that up and try again.
It looks great from over here.
Yeah, I gotta fill these a little more. So we could see where I've been able to fill in over here. Wow, one of them I can't even find. It was like right here. And this one I missed. Maybe I just worked in too big of an area. Let's try it over here again. So I'm gonna kind of miss the hole, and then we're gonna purposefully try to squeegee that in. I don't know, I'm not really sold on the squeegeeing aspect. All right, it's been maybe 2 minutes, so let's see if we can remove this area. Most of that's gone, man. It's not bad, right? Because remember, he had all the shit over here. Like, you can see the little ones right here, but I mean, man, you step away a little bit, that's pretty much all gone.
Yeah, definitely the 2-foot effect is very good.
Any kind of paint chip fill, you know, you're gonna see it if you get real close. Yeah, maybe we'll hit those too. Maybe we'll just do that off camera. But yeah, like, you stand back this far, I can't even...
No, where's it at?
You see that one? That's the biggest one.
I mean, I can't see it.
Yeah, that's the biggest one.
That's invisible.
Yeah.
I see this one here.
Oh, that one I haven't done yet. There's definitely a little bit of, I think, skill in figuring out how to get the hole filled so that it actually bonds. Sometimes it does tend to pop out whenever you're blending. Well, I think that's about as good as that's gonna get. And I think I've spent, what do you guys figure, 10 minutes? About 10 minutes doing this, and this is my first time literally just following the instructions on their website. I haven't looked at any videos, anything like that. In this area, we have some bigger damage and a few little nicks. Now, I worked a little bit around the truck off camera, and I think I learned a little more about the squeegee method. I do see some benefit in it by kind of making the overall layer thinner, making the blending a little easier. So we'll give it a shot. Look at that. I think we'll do a second step over it just because I can still see it a little bit. That's looking beautiful. I think that's as good as that's gonna come out, guys. Well, I think that was a pretty significant transformation. If you step a foot or two away from the vehicle, it becomes very difficult to see where the repair was. In fact, I would say this is as good of a result as I've seen from any solution that didn't require me to wet sand and buff and polish. I think it's very easy to use the Dr. ColorChip system, especially when you compare it to traditional touch-up paints and paint pens. I think this is going to give most DIY users with limited experience really good results. And the cool thing is that blending solution lets you undo mistakes. So let's say you screw up, you can always remove the paint with a blending solution, start over and try again. It really is super simple for somebody that's getting started. And typically the biggest complaint with traditional systems like paint pens is staying within the margins. You have to have a real steady hand to achieve a fully filled and flat look, especially if you're not using any advanced techniques. So ultimately, my verdict is that this is super easy. I think it's a no-brainer for most users. The usability is off the charts easy. The results are really nice, short of doing something really advanced. They give you plenty of product. They're generous with both the color and the removal buffing blending solution. It's all there and easy to use for a beginner user. Not sure why you'd get something different. I think I would continue to use these myself, unless again I want more of that blending technique where I'm going to be really building up layers, I'm going to be wet sanding, and I'm going to be polishing. Okay, if I'm looking to spend days of my life doing this, I will do a more traditional solution. For a quick fix, especially for somebody like my buddy who dailies that truck, he put 50,000 miles on it in like a year and a half. He doesn't care about spending days getting a perfect finish. This is perfect. In fact, I gave him the rest of the container. That's why I'm not showing you right now, because I'm like, dude, you can do this yourself. It's super easy. Anybody can do this. Now, this buddy, I see him quite frequently, so I'll be able to take a look at that vehicle and see if there's any degrading or any failure in the application of the system over time. But so far, I'm very impressed. I'm really hoping you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little shorter than what I usually do, but if you have, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'd love to talk to you down below in the comments. Have you used this Dr. ColorChip system yourself? Was it easy to use like I experienced, or did you have issues? And was it a permanent solution? Is it still holding up today? I would love to hear from all of you, and hopefully I'll see you guys again in a future video really soon.